Hey guys, so I'm sitting here just for a little bit, kind of close to the hospital. You know, my radiology appointment got set back because to later today because they had to do some teaching with me. Hopefully those cars aren't too much. They had to do some teaching with me that they didn't do before, and then someone else, and then I had to get my labs drawn, and then I had to see the nurse practitioner and all of that just for my first appointment. So they pushed my radiation back. Well, in the meantime, I had to go to the special pharmacy and talk to the pharmacist and get my chemo, my new chemotherapy. And so basically all day I've been talking to people about how all of these medications and this treatment is going to make me sick. So as far as today is concerned, it's been a pretty rough day. I mean, when you sit all day and listen to how people describe how your life is going to be over the next couple weeks, it's rather terrifying, actually. This whole thing is driving me crazy. Anxiety up the wazoo. So, the sun feels really, really good. So, I will talk to you guys after I get done with radiation. How's that? Sound like a plan, Stan? Okay, talk soon. Hey you guys, how you doing? Wow, just got out of radiology on my way home. It's been a long, long day, but radiology was kind of crazy. It was wild. Let me tell you the short version. The short version is I go in this radiology department. I'm exhausted. I go in this radiology department and I have two young guys get me up on a table. I'm on my knees and they say, I'm on not my hands and knees, just standing on my knees, and they say, drop your drawers and lay down. What a dream, right? No, I'm kidding. So I did, although they're very professional. They had a blanket up and they were standing behind the blanket, and so I lay down, they get the blanket over me, and then I had to hold perfectly still while they're drawing on my butt and my legs and my back and all that. And then at the end they came in and they're like, okay, we're gonna do a few tattoos. So now I've got 3 tattoos on my butt. Oh, and we're gonna take a few pictures. I said, all right, that's it. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna say, hey babe, guess what I did tonight? I had 2 guys ask me to drop my drawers so that they could tattoo, draw on, and take pictures of my ass. But basically that's what happened. The thing, seriously though, about the radiology is I know you're not supposed to be able to feel the radiation, but I'm telling you, I could feel, maybe it's just my mind, but I could feel radiation going into my body, into my abdomen, and frankly into that tumor. I've always been really in tune with my body, but I didn't think I would feel something like that. And I swear, just minutely, I felt it a little bit. And now I just feel weird. And so tomorrow is another day. I get to do it tomorrow, and the next day, the next day, the next day. And I am just tired. Wow. So I've had a crazy day. I mean, all day I've had people tell me how sick I'm going to be from the medicine and how all this stuff's going to start making me feel and about when I should expect it. And it's pretty terrifying. So you just got to take a deep breath. Take it one breath at a time. let this be the first day, let it be difficult, and say, that's okay. And then suck it up, buttercup, right? Because tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow I will go through the same thing, and the day after that, and after that, and after that. Stress. Stress, stress, stress. There's the good kind of stress and the bad kind of stress. You know, the good kind of stress is getting excited about something that's going to happen and staying stressed about it. That's a good kind of stress. The bad kind of stress is anticipating something negative, maybe, or physically traumatic stress, emotionally traumatic, anything traumatic will stress your body out in several different ways. And the best way for people with cancer, but also people without cancer, to combat that stress are just fundamental basics. One thing I can't stress as a nurse well enough is to stay hydrated. That is very difficult for me to do. It's very difficult for a lot of people to do for many different reasons, but staying hydrated is probably the most important. As a cancer patient, when you're going through chemotherapy and radiation like this, you want to make sure and eat, protein. This is the difficult part. Eat as much protein as you can without overdoing it, but also watch the types of protein that you eat. And here's why. Protein is a large molecule, okay? So in order for that molecule to not just sit on your kidneys and be too big to be absorbed through your kidneys through that process back and forth, you have to eat the types of protein that are broken down well enough before they get to your kidneys to be able to be absorbed and do what they're supposed to do. Well, that takes some thinking on my part. I'm going to have to think of some easily digestible proteins and look up some. I used to be really good at this stuff because I did so much weightlifting that I paid anal attention. That was a joke. Yay. Yeah, because my butt's getting radiated right now, so I'm paying anal attention. Yeah, tongue out. Okay. Anyway, I was just OCD about what I ate. How many grams of protein per day, how many carbs, how many sugars, how much sodium, to make sure that it all balanced. Because when you're lifting weights, especially if you want to build muscle and then you want to cut from that muscle, the fat, it's like a whole cool world of chemistry out there, and it works. But now I have to be able to, I need to rebalance is what I need to do. So, staying hydrated, your nutrition. I think the third thing for a radiation/chemo patient like me would be also to make sure that you have enough sleep to combat some of the stress, however you need to get it. That's going to be difficult for me too. Right now, I don't sleep for more than a couple hours at a time, mainly because I'm not comfortable, but the other part's because I just can't shut my brain down. Another thing that you can do is exercise as much as you can. It's all about balance. You have all these things that can work for you if you do them. And allow your body to experience them. Water, protein, exercise, and in turn your body will do its damnedest to balance out the rights and wrongs. Your body does that on a constant basis anyway. It's called homeostasis. Homeostasis, which you probably already know the definition of, but what homeostasis is in lay terms is your body's effort to maintain balance with precision. For an example is your temperature. A normal temp, 98.6 is a standard normal temp. It could be a degree below that or a degree higher than that for you and still be normal. So that's like within 1 degree, your body maintains that. If you get too hot, what happens? You sweat to try and get your body temperature back down. If you get too cold, what happens? You shiver. Your body's trying to conserve energy to keep it warm. You shiver. Your body's trying to maintain homeostasis. And so this is just an overall bigger picture of homeostasis, is when you have one thing that's off, there's something else that's going to be compromised, and then there's something else that's going to take that place. So it's just all about balance. When you bring that out into the actual universe, that internal struggle that your body's constantly going through, and then you throw it into, oh, here, I'm going to make certain parts of your body difficult to deal with and cranky, so your body's going to have to work twice as hard to stay homeostatic. Then you've stressed your body out a little bit, so your diet and your exercise and your hydration are probably likely much more important now for me, or for someone going through any type of medical therapy for chronic or acute illness. So that's my lecture on that. It was just a weird, it wasn't really what I expected, but I didn't know what to expect. So we'll see how this week goes and see if it's gonna stay this way. Wow. I need to find some time to get all of these little snippets of things that I record and put them all together for you. But anyway, I wanted to also let you know, please subscribe to my channel if you like it so far. If you like it so far, please be subscribed. If you don't know if you like it or not, give me a little bit. Cut me a little bit of slack. This is my first time ever pouring my life out in front of a camera, and it's difficult. It's more difficult to do than people think. So my videos will continue to get better, as will my learning of social media and things the internet can do. And if you just plain don't like me, you don't think I'm worth your time, not worth listening to, just don't wanna, understood, that's fine. You don't have to subscribe, you don't have to listen if you don't want. My goal here is to help the people that want and need to be helped, whether they know it or not. So hopefully it'll happen kind of like it happened to me. I was just flipping through one day, and all of a sudden Dan Thomas flipped up on my screen, and I just heard him talk about cancer for maybe 15 seconds, and immediately I wanted to hear what the rest of what he had to say was. I don't know anything that I have said that's so profound that would have that effect on somebody, but there's always hope. I can always think of something at some point, but it'll get better. If there's a topic that you want to talk about that's specific, just let me know. Send me a quick email, or there is actually a conversation or a discussion board on YouTube that you can go on. Now, I can only get to it when I'm at my PC. I don't think I can get to it from my phone or even my iPad. But there's a discussion board on there. I've posted a couple times. I have no idea if it notifies people or if it notifies the people that are subscribed or not. I'm assuming not, because nobody's ever posted back on there. But anyway, if you can find that place on YouTube, it would be a great place. I think you would have to go to my channel and then go to discussion if you can. That would be a great place to post questions. I'll check there over the next couple days, and if you have questions, I'll just address them in the recording, okay? And the other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to do a live channel once a week. Will Evans, I am subscribed to him. He's just an awesome guy. Very, very much a sweetheart. I don't know, he's just, I really like him, and for whatever reason, him and I have bonded, and even though we've never met, we've kind of bonded over YouTube, and he had a live session the other day, and I call them sessions because I don't know what else to call it. But he had a live one the other day, and it was really cool. I think it would have been neat if if everybody could have talked, but then I can see how that could be chaos. But from what I saw, he turned on the live portion, and then other people would be able to type in, and he could read and communicate. So people could communicate with each other typing, and then also communicate with him, and then he communicates verbally back. I just think that's a great idea. So why don't we start that? I'll pick a time this week, and I'll pick a couple times this week and just let you know when they're going to be. And then I'll be there and make sure that I'm ready to sit down and focus instead of driving at the same time. But I would love to talk to you guys, see how things are going, catch up, get to know who you guys are a little bit, and answer some questions, just about anything. I just think it'd be really cool. If it flops, it flops, and we won't have to do it again. But I think it would really be neat. I think it would really work. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna pay attention to this long road home, and I will talk to you again tomorrow, probably on my way back. It's great you guys get to spend so much windshield time with me, ain't it? Again, subscribe to my video, like my channel if you like it. Find me on social media, say hey, I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support myself and future cancer research, which will be after myself, go ahead and go to my GoFundMe page, and the link should be on the description. If not, it's GoFundMe.com/Cindy-the-World-of-Sin. The World of Sin. Cindy-the World of Sin with the death. I can just make that all kinds of complicated. Or you can just go to GoFundMe.com and type in the search bar Cindy Helken, Helkenn, and find it that way. You can also, if you don't want to go through GoFundMe, but you still want to help that same particular cause, which is me and future cancer research, which I do got to tell you about some of the things I've done here pretty quick, then you can always do it by PayPal. It's paypal.me/Helken, Helkenn. That is the handle for that. So, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to find something really interesting to talk about, okay? All right, see you later.